Hi, welcome to Project Leadership Guru podcast number 18. I'm Ravi Bhatia, and today's topic is the 9 C's of effective project leadership. It starts with number 1, compassion. For without compassion, there can be no insight, and there really can't be understanding. When we lead teams with compassion, we send signals. Those signals tell our teams, our clients, our stakeholders that we care about them. And that's really important because we are in a leadership position. We need to care about what we do. But more importantly, we need to care about the people that we work with. So compassion leads to insight, which leads to a deeper understanding. And we start with that. The next C might be the most important C because it underpins everything else, and that's communication. It's been documented that 80 to 90% of a project manager's time is spent communicating. I'd say 80 to 90% of any manager's time, any leader's time is spent communicating. So number 2 on the list is communication. So we've got compassion, and we use compassion to communicate ideas, thoughts, direction, guidance. But all of this wouldn't work if we didn't have the courage to do the right thing, the courage to lead, to make tough decisions, to motivate and to fortify our teams, to nourish our teams and help them grow, help the people we work with grow, to fight the good fight and balance the leadership of the team with the obligations and responsibilities we have to the organization and to the owners that we work for. Everyone has a boss. If you own a company, you still have a boss. That boss could be your client, could be a stakeholder, could be somebody that's affected by your project. So courage is not really the lack of fear. It's acting in spite of the fear. And that's why I place courage as number 3 on the ladder of the 9 C's. Along with courage, and sort of consistent with that, is conviction. You can have courage, but if you don't have the conviction, the integrity to do the right thing, then the courage is not used in the right way. So courage and then conviction. After that, we have commitment. Commitment is manifested in so many ways on projects. It's commitment not only to ourselves to do the right thing, but also commitment to our teams, commitment to the people we work with, to have their back, to support them, to help them grow, to help them through adversity, help them overcome technical, operational, financial, social hurdles on projects. Projects today are more complex than they've ever been. So when we're committed, what we're saying is that we are going to bring our A game to the project every day. We are going to bring our A game to the team. And we are going to respect the people that we work with and respect the stakeholders of the project. Once we've gone through these 5 C's, then we're climbing that ladder and we're supporting the foundation of the 5 C's with competence. Competence is like the glue, right? Competence means that we not only know what we're talking about, but we use our experience to get better, to keep improving. I like to quote Simon Sinek sometimes because I'm really a big fan of his. he always says you don't have to be better than anybody. You just have to keep improving. And if you could be better than who you were yesterday, as a person, as a professional, as a family person, as a friend, then you are successful because you're getting better. So competence is what we seek. And without learning, without continuous learning, I don't think that we can ever truly be competent, because true competence is associated with humility, the humility to know that we don't know everything, but it's also associated with striving to learn and get better every day. Once we have achieved competence and we bring competence to our work, then we're able to collaborate. And that is the 7th C, collaboration, because none of us can do it by ourselves. Project leadership, any organizational leadership is not a one-person show. It's teamwork. And collaboration is a beautiful thing because it allows us to amplify our skill set and amplify the skills and experiences of everybody that we work with. And it's not linear, because when we collaborate, it's not 1 and 1 equals 2. When we collaborate, there's an exponential aspect to it. It's 1 and 1 perhaps equaling 10. It's about leveraging the best of everybody, because we're all good at something, and the project leader cannot be the best at everything. In fact, I'd say that perhaps the best trait a project leader could bring to a team is a hunger to serve the team and to recognize that the project leader is really a servant leader. And the project leader's job is to enable the team to bring out the best in everybody to succeed. So we have collaboration. The last 2 C's wrap up everything, the other 7 C's. Number 8 is coherence. Coherence in how we communicate, how we make decisions based on facts, based on judgments. Coherence and number 9, clarity, go hand in hand. Because when we communicate with compassion and we are coherent in how we speak and how we talk, and we are mindful in the way we communicate with our teams, then we give birth to clarity. If we can achieve coherence and clarity in how we communicate and how we lead our teams, we lay the cornerstone of project success, where the people we work with appreciate that the project leader is there as a servant, is committed with conviction, with compassion, and with the courage to do the things that are necessary. One of the things that project leaders must do is to serve as the protector of the team and to fight for the resources that are necessary. Let's say you're on a construction project and you need to add engineers. It's your job as the project leader to go and figure out how additional resources can be added. And often, project managers, project leaders, they are the bridge between the executive team and the operational team. It's your job as a project leader to fight it out in a positive way, to make sure that you're protecting the team and then you have your team's back. So you're providing your team with the resources necessary to do the job. As a project leader, you really can never say, it's not my fault. That's never right. The project leader has to be the person who is the ultimate servant, providing the resources, providing the clarity and the coherence, and helping resolve the differences that exist between the executive team and the operational team. Providing a realistic and clear picture of where the project is. And then, yes, sometimes taking a hit when the project is not doing as well as forecasted. But understanding these 9 C's is fundamental to understanding what effective project leadership is. Compassion, communication, courage, conviction, commitment, competence, collaboration, coherence, and clarity. I started by saying that there are 9 C's to effective project leadership, but there's really a 10th C. And that 10th C is the final C, and that is the credibility you achieve as a project leader when you can manifest greatness within your project teams through the use of the first 9 C's. So the 10th C is a result of actively and mindfully managing yourself and managing your teams in a respectful way, in a way that enables you to manage and lead with empathy, with understanding, and with really true love for the people you work with. So I'd like to thank you for joining on this podcast and look forward to getting your feedback. I'm Ravi Bhatia, and you've been listening to Project Leadership Guru.